Talking boxing this morning, amateur boxing, and Sam Bluster of the South Talladega County Boxing Club, along with Kelvin Trailers Jr., who is a Golden Gloves champion 2016, joins us. And gentlemen, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. And Kelvin, let's start with you. Congratulations on the championship. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, Jimmy, it was pretty hard work. It was pretty hard work. You know, we had to grind it out. You know, wasn't like when we first came and I told you about when, I was nerves and whatnot. This one I was more comfortable, going to my second fight. And I didn't knock the guy out, but I gave him a pretty good run for money. And, all my fundamentals were there. So, I basically put everything to work and I brought the win home for us.
Yeah, now going into that match, your nerves weren't quite as frayed as it was in the earlier match.
I was ready to go, man. Because like I said, we had guys go up there and, I weighed in at the lightest I've ever weighed. I've weighed in at 197, 195. This time I weighed in at 193.
Now, what division is this?
Cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight?
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And Sam Bluster, who heads up the South Talladega County Boxing Club, is with us this morning. And Sam, a great feather in the hat.
I'm proud of him, Jimmy. I'm very proud of him. He did a wonderful job. I was glad he brought the win home for us.
Now, you got a big match coming up this weekend, too.
Yes, we got three guys that I'm putting in the Gadsden, Alabama bout. It'll start at 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm hoping we come home with 3 wins. But I'm proud if we come home with a win.
Yeah.
So,
Crossroad Boxing Gym in Gadsden, the venue for the matches on Saturday. And Sam, talk a little bit about the South Talladega County Boxing Club and who all you got involved in training now.
Well, right at this moment, I only have about 5 that's USA booked. Mm-hmm. They have to have their USA membership book. I have 5. When school lets out, I probably will have quite a few more, maybe that many more. When we do go out traveling during the summer, we probably have about 7 or 8 of our boxers.
At one time, you had a girl or 2 involved in that.
Yes, I did. I'm very glad you mentioned about Chantel Owens. She's in college now, but she did a wonderful job when she was there in our gym. She put our female division on the map.
There you go. Sam Bluster of the South Talladega County Boxing Club, our guest this morning, along with Golden Gloves champion Kelvin Trailer Jr. And Kelvin, when you first started boxing, and I asked you this on the show before, what's going into your mind about getting into boxing?
Well, Jimmy, one thing about it is he always told me mental and physical. Mental point, like I can give him this point, like if I was to talk to somebody and, say for instance, like when I'm going to a football game or basketball game, my uncle, mother, or even father maybe, they may be like, are you ready? In this point in boxing, you really have no choice but to be ready. It's either I'm going to win, he's going to win, I'm going to lose, he's going to lose. And just being physically ready and having the win to go for those 2-minute rounds is just the best thing to do, is just to run and be at the gym every day, just prepare for it. So I think just going through the training camps and taking the training like a professional fighter, I think you'll be okay. That's what any boxer, anybody around the world.
You still enjoy it as much as you did when you first started?
Yes, sir. I enjoy it even more now because it's like as I'm going up the level, moving up, because I'm going to my 3rd fight now. I'm just getting more and more into it because it's more and more serious. And I know as I go up, the guys are going to get harder and harder. It's going to get tougher and tougher. So I got to pick my training up every day.
Yeah. Sam Bluster of the South Talladega County Boxing Club with us this morning also. And Sam, in training, it's some pretty serious business, isn't it?
I tell them that every day, Jimmy. It's serious. In fact, I have a sign in my gym that says, if you don't take my gym serious, please don't join it. It's a very serious thing, And I have 3 or 4 in my gym that are taking it seriously. My cousin here, he wants to go all the way. He has a long grind to go, but he wants to go all the way. Okay. I have a couple of them. As of now, they say they want to go all the way, but it depends on when they run into that roadblock up there. Can they go past that roadblock and keep going?
Now, how did you get started in boxing, Sam?
Jimmy, I was a young little wild kid. Okay.
Just a few days ago, right?
Yeah, and the only way I could really stay out of trouble, that I walked in the gym at 15 years old, you know, and this is what I try to teach the young people at the gym. Come on to the gym, you know, so you don't be out there getting in trouble, especially if you're a person that likes to fight, okay? I love to fight. I had reasons, I had anger issues and stuff, you know, as a kid growing up in California. And so I walked into a gym, okay, at 15, and there I like to fight, so I met guys that like to fight too, okay? And that's what it's all about. This bullying and stuff that goes on in the day's era, it's unnecessary, you know what I mean? A lot of kids of today carry guns and knives. Had there been, Jimmy, a boxing gym here in this county where we live at, a lot of the kids it wouldn't be the same. The reason I know it is because a lot of the grandparents and fathers that puts their kids off into my gym, they say to me, okay, you know, I sure wish something like this had been here when I was growing up. When I built that gym in 2010, 35 years since any boxing gym had ever been in this county. 35
That's amazing,
years.
isn't it? Man.
So I kind of feel proud to be the founder of the boxing gym here.
Kelvin, who are some of your heroes in the boxing world?
Evander Holyfield, Muhammad Ali, and another guy is, that I really didn't know about is most of the time I want to say Lennox Lewis, because, you know, they're more of the heavier guys. And
Heavyweights.
And naturally I am a heavyweight, you know, because when I was in school, in grade school, I weighed like 235, like this 190 thing, you know, first guy coming to me, he's like, hey man, you're a middleweight, like weigh about 175. I'm like, really? I really like I weigh that much? So it's actually a compliment, you know, people saying that like I weigh less. But, you know, seeing that I'm in that category, in this category, the cruiserweight, it's not been around no more, probably about 20 years, 18 years maybe.
You've got a long reach.
Yes, sir.
How do you use that as an advantage?
An advantage to long reach, Jimmy, I'm going to tell you this. Our gym is I'm not going to say it. Our gym is based on the fundamentals of boxing, and the fundamental of boxing is footwork and learning your range. I can't necessarily say what we teach and how we teach it, but me being a long fighter, if the fighter is shorter, I'm going to keep him out of my range. You know, I'm going to keep something in his face, you know, to disrupt his thoughts, you know, go downstairs, go upstairs, just kind of, because not only is I'm in there fighting, I'm fighting his coach too. So his coach is watching me, and his coach is trying to figure out something like, hey, you know, let's figure out something, somehow try to get in on him. Because if you're fighting a shorter fighter, he's going to try to get in on a taller fighter. So that's an advantage for you to either counter or just move around him. And in boxing, either you block, slip, or get out of the way of the punch. So if I'm a longer fighter, I don't really have to get out of the way of it. I just have to keep him at bay and, you know, just use my feet to get away from him. But if anything, it's distance. And a longer fighter, a shorter fighter. Now, if I meet somebody that's my height, you know, it's gonna be a lot of trading, a lot of banging. So it's gonna be bang, bang, in and out, bang, bang, in and out. To one of us just like, oh, you know, one of us hand dropping and one of us just getting knocked out, I guess. So,
Hey, Sam Bluster with us this morning too. And Sam, how important is conditioning in boxing?
Jimmy, here's what I tell them, something that I learned years ago when I was a boxer. I learned it from a great man, Henry Armstrong, okay? He told me when I was about 17 or 18 years old, 99% of a boxer's life, be you an amateur boxer or a professional, 99% is training. The other 1% is the bout. That means if you're in shape, the bout is nothing. And this is what I teach them off in my gym.
Well, speaking of bouts, you got a big one coming up on Saturday, big card there in Gadsden.
Gadsden, Alabama. He told the coach that's hosting the fights told me that at least 22 gyms have answered his call. So that's going to be a pretty good card. Okay. So like I say, 3 of my guys are enrolled in it already matched up and everything. So it's beyond a doubt. I have 3 of them in there. Okay. So we'll be leaving out from our gym maybe about 1:30 because they have to see the doctor and they have to weigh in. And I don't like my guys to have to be standing in a long line. So I get them there a little early. Bout start at 5 o'clock. I can't say yet when we'll be on because once we get there, they pass out to the coaches the match sheet. So I don't know if we started in the middle or at the end.
And you don't know, Kelvin, a whole lot, if anything, about your opponent.
No, sir. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that he's standing in front of me. I'm standing in front of him. Once we get in that square, we got to fight.
He's standing in your way, isn't he?
Yes, basically. Just like he may take it in consideration of, it's just boxing. It's like we're just fighting. No, I'm here to win. I'm here to try to get you out the way because, like I said,
last minute preparations, getting set for the bout.
Last minute preparations. Oh, well, gotta step away from things I normally eat. And I have to step away from people that don't really have a lot of things to do with boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because in boxing game, like I told you, it's a mental thing. And eating right, making sure I can make the weight. And if I don't make the weight, at least be 1 pound over and I can lose that pound in time. And basically just having your body ready and your timing right and down. So whoever you're training with, get your last minute sparring in because we'll stop our sparring Friday and our bout is Saturday. So we'll do our little last minute prepping thing, but it won't be too much. The hardest thing has been done 3 weeks ago. The hardest of the hardest. Now we went really hard. Now it's just going to be
kind of tapering off a little bit.
Tapering off, kind of just, having the muscles loose, just being ready, just being ready for them. Yeah.
Sam, if people would like more information, maybe you're watching across the state of Alabama this morning, maybe up in North Talladega County or surrounding counties, how can they find out more information about the South Talladega County Boxing Club?
They can either come by the gym.
Tell them where it is.
Well, it's at 802 North Broadway. Right here in our own town, Sylacauga, Alabama. Or they can call me, which is my phone number is 256-404-5762. I'm open around 3 o'clock so that the kids can come straight in from school and then their parents pick them up, okay? And like I say, Jimmy, from any division, my juniors, my seniors, my female division, no one have to box. This is the impression that people usually have. I don't want nobody hitting me up. You do not have to box if you don't want to. It's your choice if you want to box.
Gentlemen, thank you both for being with us this morning. Sam Bluster and Kelvin Traylor Jr., who's a Golden Gloves champ 2016, in action up at the Crossroad Boxing Gym in Gadsden on Saturday. Good luck, and we'll see you guys soon, okay?
Jimmy, thank you for having us.
More on Daybreak coming up right after this.